Today, we're talking about something most people are not connecting but should be: the relationship between AI acceleration and entrepreneurial resilience. So, welcome back to the Leverage Business Podcast. We're continuing our Series 3 theme, Accelerating with AI. And today's episode is one that has been brewing in me for a while because there's a conversation almost no one's having, and yet every entrepreneur is feeling it. We talk endlessly about AI tools, productivity, prompts, workflows, but very few people are talking about what AI is actually doing to our inner world, our capacity, our clarity, our nervous systems, our leadership. So today we're exploring the intersection between AI acceleration and entrepreneurial resilience. Not resilience as the old grit your teeth and push through version, but resilience as the ability to stay grounded, discerning, and whole while everything around you speeds up. And this is the human side of leverage. And I believe it's the strategic differentiator of the next decade. Why do I say that? What AI is really doing to entrepreneurs is kind of interesting. So let's start with a simple truth. AI isn't just making things faster. AI is making everything louder. Louder inboxes, louder opportunities, louder decisions, louder comparison, louder expectations of how quickly we should be able to think, deliver, create, respond. The volume of inputs has increased, but our internal capacity hasn't magically expanded with it. And here's the twist that most people get wrong. AI isn't overwhelming us. Our lack of internal resilience is. The people who thrive in this new era are not the ones who adopt the most tools. They are the ones whose nervous systems can hold more without collapsing. They're the ones who can stay steady while others get reactive. And they are the ones who can discern what matters when everything else looks urgent. Because AI multiplies your output, but before it does that, it multiplies your state. If you are grounded, AI will amplify your clarity. If you're chaotic, AI will amplify your chaos. If you're misaligned, AI will accelerate that misalignment. And that's why the leadership conversation around AI becomes a resilience conversation. So here's the contrarian truth about AI. Everyone is talking about AI as leverage, myself included. But the important thing is this: leverage without stability is actually a liability. Acceleration without grounding becomes that chaos, and speed without clarity just becomes reactivity. Efficiency without discernment becomes overwhelm. AI exposes what we have not yet stabilized within ourselves. It reveals where our boundaries are too porous. It reveals where our pace is unsustainable, where our focus is scattered. And it also reveals where we've been perhaps operating on adrenaline instead of alignment. This is the part no one's talking about, because it's easier to get excited about the next GPT feature than it is to admit we're emotionally overloaded with it all. So the contrarian truth is this: AI is not going to regulate your nervous system for you. It's not going to set boundaries for you. It's not going to tell you when you're operating out of fear instead of clarity. That's the coaching role. And AI cannot save us from ourselves. It can only magnify whatever we bring to it. And this is why I really believe that resilience becomes a strategic advantage of the AI era. So let's talk for a moment about the intersection of AI and resilience. What does resilience actually look like in an AI accelerated world? It's not hardness, it's not endurance, it's not pushing through, but something more sophisticated. You need capacity, the ability to hold more without fracturing; regulation, the ability to settle your system so you can think clearly; you need boundaries, the ability to choose your inputs intentionally; you need discernment, the ability to know what is meaningful versus what is noise. You need focus, the ability to sustain your attention long enough to create something real. And you need self-leadership, the ability to stay connected to your values, purpose, and truth, even when the AI is trying to take you off down lots of rabbit holes. Because AI will not ask your permission before making your world faster. It will not curate the inputs for you, and it will not slow down on the days your system is already at capacity. This is where the deeper work comes in, the work I speak to in Rising Resilient, the book that is just published on Amazon. AI expands your strategic brain, and resilience expands your whole system. So one without the other becomes imbalanced. Together, they create a new kind of leverage, grounded acceleration. Because here's what's true. If you're clear, AI makes you unstoppable. If you're overwhelmed, AI magnifies the overwhelm. And if you're misaligned, AI accelerates the misalignment. But if you're resilient, AI amplifies your impact. This is the real game. So let me talk about the new resilience advantage. We're entering a leadership era defined not by speed, but by stability while moving at speed. The leaders who thrive won't be the fastest, they'll be the calmest. They'll be the ones who can think clearly in intensity, who can hold their center when the environment accelerates, who can maintain creative intelligence under pressure, and who can return to themselves quickly after being knocked off balance. Resilience, real resilience, is now a strategic asset. This is what I'm calling the new resilience advantage. It's not soft, it's not optional, it's not a nice to have. It's the competitive edge that allows you to make higher quality decisions, to sustain innovation without burnout, to lead yourself and others with presence, to resist urgency culture, to navigate uncertainty with clarity and calmness, and use AI for an empowered, courageous state, not a pressured one. This is how you build a business that grows without costing your well-being. This is how you stay human in a world that's accelerating rapidly. And this is how you create leverage that lasts. So if you want to explore this work more deeply, my book, Rising Resilient, is available on Amazon for you, whether you want the print version or whether you want the Kindle. And I'll be recording the audiobook version very soon as well, so watch that space. Rising Resilient to me is the human companion to the AI Business Accelerator, my previous book published earlier this year. It's the inner architecture that supports that outer strategy. Resilience becomes the strategic advantage of the AI era. If it resonates, I'd love to get a review from you on Amazon. Maybe it'll make a big difference to other people finding it and having this reach the people that need it. If you're ready to step into the next phase of your business with both groundedness and acceleration, I still have some places open inside the Leverage Business Accelerator. And this is where we work on both sides of leverage, your strategic systems and your personal sustainability, so you can grow without breaking your foundations. Thank you as always for being here, for listening, for walking this journey of building something meaningful without abandoning yourself along the way. Here's to resilience, the new advantage in an AI-powered world. And here's to rising resilient together. Until next time. Ciao, ciao for now.